Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I have an upload full of information that, well, really saddens me. Before we get into it, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, and my merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. The links to Patreon and PayPal are in the description below. My merch is displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters Volume 1, 2, and 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, the links to which are also in the description as well. Finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support this channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe, click the like button, and please leave a comment. It really does help, and it matters. And now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get on with today's upload, shall we? All right, guys, this is an update on a case that I shared with you about a week ago with an unfortunate addition. Let's get into it. All right, guys. You know, when I do a video and I'm in front of the camera, it's to talk about usually something important. Last time I talked about Gabe Focaracci and Bryce Evans. Both disappeared in the Great Smokies. Recent update. We'll talk about that momentarily, but there's a recent update in the Focaracci case. Gabe was found. His body was found in a ravine in a very rugged area off of Curtis Creek Road. I should have looked a little harder because there's another young man, and I say young man because they're in their 20s. I'm 45. Anybody below 30 is a young man to me. Another young man, Aaron Fortner, has been missing since February 20th in the general vicinity. We're talking all within the Great Smokies. We all know that these woods, just in the last week, I've talked about 2 cases, Dogman sightings in the Pisgah region. I'm not saying these cases are Dogman related, Bigfoot related, or crawler related. Let's get that out in the open first and foremost. I'm talking about how crazy and strange these cases are. You can put the puzzle pieces where you want them to fit or think they belong. Briefly, also, I have an update on Virginia. Tomorrow I'll be doing a video with DJ. The gentleman that had found that crawler body off of 460, I think in Van Zant, ended up selling his property to the government, which would be FEMA or Homeland Security, which we all know they are not the most trustworthy bunch, are they? I got some information that DJ got the other night from his buddy. The government has a name for crawlers. They have a name for these things. They just don't call them crawlers like we do. They don't call them the rake like the creepypasta community. And they don't call them whatever everybody else. They have a name for them. They know what they eat. They know what they feed on, which I have right here written down as well. I'm not going to share it as of right now because I want DJ to share the information with you guys. He's the one that received it. He's the one that's going to share it. Strange thing though, last night in Southwest Virginia, the airspace was riddled with military aircraft, helicopters, planes, jets. I'm not saying for why. I don't know why. from a good source, which would be DJ, there apparently was a large pack of dogmen, not crawler, but dogmen traveling through the area. The information that DJ has to share is really compelling. I knew they knew that Bigfoot Dogman existed, possibly the crawler, but to have a name for them. They have a name. They know how they operate. They know what they do. Excuse me. And it's some very interesting information. It blew my mind. It literally blew my mind. I was like, whoa. Unfortunately, DJ couldn't do it tonight, but we'll get to it tomorrow night. There's been some updates in the North Carolina region, like I just said prior to sharing what's going on in Virginia. Now, last couple days ago, I shared with you some information about two young men that disappeared. One was found dead. A Knoxville student found dead, Great Smoky Mountains. A University of Tennessee student and National Guardsman was found dead Friday in a remote section of the Great Smoky National Park after being reported missing while traveling to Charlotte, North Carolina. Bryce Evans, 23, was last heard from around 1 p.m. Sunday, July 31st. Evans' last known location was in Cherokee, North Carolina area, where his family said his cell phone pinged a tower. His Nissan Altima that Evans was driving was found late Thursday by park rangers, according to Dana Sohn, spokeswoman for the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. The car was found at a trailhead at Haintoga Road in Balsam Mountain area of the park on the North Carolina side. On Friday, the 5th, emergency responders from the National Park Service and Cherokee Police, Fire, and Emergency Management Services began a comprehensive search of the area. Evans was found at 11:15, about 20 yards off the trail, approximately 1.5 miles from the Balsam Mountain Trailhead parking lot. Knoxville police said that the missing persons report was filed Monday afternoon. He told his sister that he was going to work out at Trek's gym at UTK and that he might drive to Charlotte after. Apparently, there is no record of Bryce's card being used at the gym. He didn't sign in for his internship at the University of North Carolina, and his phone goes straight to voicemail as well, said Scott Earland, KPD spokesperson. Evans is a Tennessee National Guardsman and Eagle Scout, his sister said. Evans is known to enjoy hiking and camping. Now, yes, National Guardsman, and I spoke about this last time. Just because he's a National Guardsman, some people may say, well, that's really doesn't have that training, that military training. Well, National Guardsmen are a part of the Army and they have to go through regular boot camp like the regular Army does. He was a combat medic, all right? And apparently last upload I had stated that in these news articles there is no mention of cause of death. No mention of cause of death on Bryce. There's still no information, no new information, which I said would happen because that's how it happens. Unfortunately, if there had been a cause of death, I would have shared it. I don't know why people, there was probably 15 comments. What's the cause of death? Well, if I had known, I would have shared it. The kid was a mile and a half away from his car. You know, what would possess him to go out into those woods? For what reason? And then just, it makes no sense. He parks in this remote location and is found dead. I'm not saying any more about the case until more information comes out about the condition of his body, because I'm not going to... The word isn't even speculate. I'm not sharing what I know, because it's not in the papers. It's not in the news yet. It should be within the next couple of days. But the autopsy is not back, but the way the body was very strange. And hopefully in the next couple of days, the news or the media shares that with us, because I found it very fascinating. Now, the next person that I had talked about was Gabe Focaracci, 20-year-old autistic young man. So, Gabe Focaracci. We need to find him. Family of missing Asheville man seeks answers. Asheville, North Carolina, July 11th, 2022. A 20-year-old man has been missing from Asheville area for more than 2 weeks. Gabe Focaracci was last seen leaving his West Asheville home on June 24th. His mom, Rochelle Focaracci, drove in from Atlanta to help find her son. She said she'll stay as long as it takes. It's like he just fell off the side of the earth. We need to find him. This is day number 17 since my son disappeared, and I want him back. I want him home. Hours before Gabe disappeared, Rochelle said her son bought $52 worth of groceries at Ingalls on Haywood Road. Surveillance footage showed that he was shopping alone, then leaving the parking lot in his 2004 silver Toyota Solara. The car was also gone. Georgia license plate CB6085 has a very distinctive looking tag. The yellow jumps out. The kids' faces jump out at you, Focaracci said. If it doesn't have that tag, there's no bumper sticker on it. There is some damage to the rear of the car on the gas cap side. It's just a dent. It's not a huge one. There's just a little bit of rust, maybe 2 inches of rust in a straight line. According to Focaracci, a neighbor's doorbell cam captured Gabe returning with his groceries. You can see him pull into the driveway at 3:08. 19 minutes later, he leaves at 3:37. And they looked at the ring footage to see if he ever came back. Nothing, Focaracci says. Gabe would not run off. In addition to his week's worth of groceries, he also bought a ticket to attend a concert on June 26 with his roommates. They contacted Focaracci when Gabe didn't show up. On Monday, Gabe missed work, which is out of character for her son, especially since he has not reached out to any family members or friends. We need the phone pinged. We need to see his bank account to see if there is any activity. We cannot get to that until the police say, let's do that. Well, there hasn't been a crime committed, and that's part of the criteria for the police to decide, yes, we need to ping his phone. Focaracci said Gabe is a high-functioning autistic. She's worried for his well-being. Her gut tells her something is wrong. I'm just afraid that he's somewhat gullible, and he may be a trusting person and may trusted the wrong person, Focaracci said. Something happened to him. Somebody harmed him. Somebody or something. To us, there is no other possibility, especially as all communication is stopped. The family is offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to Gabe's safe return. According to Focaracci, Gabe has several tattoos on his right arm. On his left arm, he has a singular geometric tattoo on the inside of his forearm and a butterfly tattoo between his left thumb and index finger. Gabe frequents skate parks and loves the wilderness and outdoors. If you have seen Gabe Focaracci or know where he is, call the 24/7 tip line at 828-407-6087. You can also contact the Asheville Police Department anonymously by using TIP 2APD smartphone application or by texting TIP 2APD to 847-411, or you can call APD at 828-522-1110. Wait, excuse me. 828-252-1110. Sorry about that, guys. And here's some sad news because they located Gabe's body. Between the interview that I just did about these two young men and now. McDowell County Sheriff's Office says authorities located human remains in a remote area of Curtis Creek on Monday afternoon. Detectives believe the body is that of 20-year-old Gabe Focaracci, who has been missing from Asheville area since June 24th. The statement posted on behalf of his parents to Facebook group titled "Help Us Find 20-year-old Gabe Focaracci" said the young man's body was found at around 1 p.m. August 8th. Deputies and rescue personnel made the discovery in a steep and rugged ravine around 1 mile from where his car was found on July 12th. An autopsy is being conducted this week. Sheriff's Office says in total 9 searches were performed by authorities since Focaracci's vehicle was discovered on Curtis Creek Road in McDowell. I'd like to thank the brave men and women from all of the different agencies and organizations who have assisted us in this search. McDowell County Sheriff Ricky Buchanan said in a press release, "The area is rugged, steep, and very dangerous to operate in." Really quick, guys. Sorry, that was unprofessional. Just kidding. Really quick. Anytime they find these people, these missing people, where are they located? They're not located like right out in the open in a field. Hey, look here, look here. They're found in a rugged ravine, rugged terrain, places where humans don't want to go. All right, this is what's telling me. If it was like a murder by a person, humans are lazy. Regardless of if you go to the gym every day or whatever you do, you run 8 miles a day. Humans are lazy in general. We're lazy. Especially if you're some kind of psycho serial killer and you go and whack this kid, I'm sorry, but you're not going to bring him to a steep ravine where you're going to trip, fall all over the place. You're going to bring him to the most opportune location to dispose of the body. In all of the programs and reading that I've done about, body placement and all of that, it's usually placed in a location, one, where the person who did it has access to, easy access. 2, where the body can be found because as kind of a look at me. And 3, humans are lazy. Excuse me. So the area is rugged, steep, dangerous to operate in. The discovery was made by members of the McDowell County Sheriff's Office, McDowell Emergency Management, North Carolina Emergency Management, Mountain Rescue Team, McDowell EMS, and members of Randall's Adventure Training Search and Rescue out of Alabama, according to the release. The sheriff's office would like to thank Old Fort Fire Department, Crooked Creek Fire Department, Marion Fire Department, Hankins Fire Department, McDowell Rescue Squad, North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission, and numerous canine teams for their help with the previous searches. Focaracci was reported missing after he was last seen leaving his home in West Asheville on June 24th. Ever since, family members, friends, community members have been organized desperately trying to find him. We are just at a loss as to what happened, his mother Rochelle Focaracci told News 13 on July 21st. So they found the poor young man. Thank God they at least found him. But here's the thing. Both bodies. Rugged terrain. Rugged. Not in areas where it can be easily just discarded. This is a very hard area to get to. Most of the cases that when these strange disappearances and bodies are found aren't. Look at Richard Timothy Honecker. His body was in Virginia, Tazewell, Virginia. His body was found in a rugged ravine, steep inclines. And it just, what human is going to just drag a body out to someplace deep in the woods? It's really not it's something that just doesn't pop into people's mind. They want just easy, get it done, get it over, get rid of the body. All right, guys, and here is this next case. Jackson County law enforcement on fourth day of search for missing 25-year-old, February 24th, 2022. Jackson County Sheriff's Office mobile command station has set up at Savannah Fire Department Monday morning as search and rescue teams gather to begin looking for 25-year-old Aaron Cody Fortner. Aaron Fortner, who goes by Cody Smith on his social media accounts, is described as a white male, dark hair, brown eyes, slender build, and lived in Savannah community of Jackson County. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office, Jackson County Emergency Management, Savannah Fire Department, Jackson County Rescue Squad, along with family and friends, are continuing to search for Fortner in the Savannah community. However, little to no details into his disappearance have been discovered. According to family, Fortner has been missing since about 2:30 a.m. Monday morning. All of his belongings were left in his home, including his wallet, keys, a bag he always carried, and his phone charger. His phone was not found. No one has had any contact with him, and both his phone and social media accounts have had no activity since Monday morning. If you have any information concerning Fortner or his whereabouts, please contact Sheriff's Office at 828-586-4355 or dispatch at 828-586-1911. February 24th was this article right here. Somebody can't just disappear. Family of missing Jackson County man pleads for help. March 6th, 2022. Jackson County, North Carolina. Family of missing Jackson County man is begging anyone with information of the 25-year-old's whereabouts to come forward. Aaron Cody Fortner was last seen at his camper on Fox Terrace Drive February 20th, said his sister, Courtney Biddix. I just want him to come home, she said, fighting back tears. Biddix said she was the one to call 911 after she and her family went to check on Fortner, who said had been acting strange the night prior. Something happened. Something scared him. 2 weeks since 25-year-old Aaron Fortner, a missing Jackson County man, was last seen, his family, including mother Krista Biddix, sister Courtney Biddix, is pleading for help for anyone with any information into his disappearance. Fortner's mother, Christina Biddix, told News 13 his camper was a disaster. Items were thrown all over, and it looked completely different from when she had seen it the day before. According to Christina Biddix, all the lights were on, Fortner's electric blanket was on, his wallet and keys were still outside. We started panicking, looking around. My youngest daughter found his hat in the driveway. We called 911 immediately. The mother of 3 said she and her son speak daily, and this is not normal behavior for him. It doesn't make any sense. Someone can't disappear without a trace, Christina Biddix said. I'm praying that we find him and that he's okay. That's what we are hoping for. In my gut, I know something else is not right. It's getting harder and harder every day. After combing through miles of terrain, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office announced Thursday, March 3rd, that they ended their boots-on-the-ground search for Fortner. All I want is just an idea of where you are, just a message, Courtney Biddix said. Just something simple, like get on Facebook, Snapchat, just open a message so I know that somebody is on your account, if it's you or anything else. Fortner is known to go by a few names, including Cody Black, Cody Smith, Aaron Winehouse. If you have any information about Aaron Cody Fortner's whereabouts, Jackson County Sheriff's at 828-586-4355, 828-586-1911 for dispatch. Now, kids that age have aliases on Facebook. The Winehouse thing, probably Amy Winehouse, and the kid, I'm going to show you pictures of these kids, young men. He looks like a baby, for God's sakes, man. I mean, it is sad. May 18th. This is the last news article. Give me 1 second. That news article was just kind of a rehash of everything else that we had talked about. None of this makes any sense. It's a very strange kind of case. Very disturbing. Sorry, I'm just checking my mic. Sometimes I forget to turn it on. These young men are just babies. We have 2 that have been found dead in rugged, steep terrain. Now they're looking for, they stopped doing the look. They stopped searching. Why do we stop searching? That makes no sense. We just give up. The community, or not the community, law enforcement just gives up. Why do they give up? Because they already know something. They already know. At this point, they are well aware of what transpired, I believe. They don't just stop looking for people randomly. Think about it. This kid is in his kind of mobile home where he's sleeping, his electric blanket's on, his wallet, everything. His hat's found in the driveway. What if something large... I don't want to speculate. I just want to give you guys the facts of what I know. I have my own kind of what's going on and what possibly might have happened to the boy, young man. But it's truly, all of these are just baffling cases, and we'll never know. I guarantee we'll never know. Like I said about Bryce Evans, it's been plenty of time for that autopsy to come back. There's nothing in the news about it. Gabe Focaracci, we won't hear anything, unfortunately. They keep this information hidden from the families too. It's just not us. It's the families as well. They don't want anyone to know. And if they do, if the family does find out, here's the thing. It's very easy to threaten somebody without threatening them. The way the government does it is they print money. I mean, they're printing money left and right. Our dollar is virtually valueless. You know, it's no better than the paper it's printed on right now. So what do? You know, how much is it worth to shut your mouth? Okay, don't say a word. Or we can ruin your life, or you can end up under a building somewhere in a very dark location and not come out ever. Just shut up, don't speak. You don't know anything. That's what they do. And we all know that these people are not our friends. The government aren't our friends. They're not looking out for our best interest. I mean, if you think about it, look at police officers. Police officers do not have to protect us. If they come to a assault or whatever, and they can leave. They can just leave. They don't have to. If it's a life or death emergency for them to, show up, possibly get killed themselves, they can leave legally and not come back until the danger's over. It's in the law. I mean, and that makes no sense at all. That's just, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's disgusting, and it's wrong how the government can do this shit to us. Let's check out the locations where these young men were found and where one disappeared. And let's look at these young men and not forget them. And at the end of the video, just, if you would, say a prayer for the families. Alright guys, this is the location right here of where Bryce Evans' car was found, in this area here. Kind of from right here to here. Look how dense this is. This is not forgiving territory. This is the Great Smokies. I believe the parkway is just right up here somewhere. I mean, it is so dense out here. This is very dangerous area. And this is Bryce Evans, 25 years old. Young man. A lot of life to live. The next is Gabe Focaracci, 20-year-old autistic male. Great young man. A lot of life to live. This is Curtis Creek. This is where he disappeared. This is not forgiving territory. I mean, look at that. You've just got woods upon woods. Here's the Blue Ridge Parkway. We all know what happens in this area. We're well aware of what sightings have been out here. It's very tragic and sad. This is Aaron Fortner. Baby. Young man. This is the mobile home that he was in. These are the woods that they're searching. Just a kid. And this is where he disappeared. In this area, right here. You've got all this area back here. This is not forgiving land either. We all know what is out here. It's tragic. Here's the Balsam Mountain Preserve. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Curtis Creek is sorry guys, get out of here. Nottahala National Forest, we all know what is in here. Curtis Creek is over in this area, right around here. So all within this kind of, if you can follow the mouse, all within this location is where these three young men disappeared. One still missing. 2 found dead. How do we explain it? Well, we don't. We just don't, unfortunately. And just a baby. Tragic. Alright guys, that's today's upload. A lot of just very strange, 3 strange disappearances, 2 strange deaths, no explanation. Will we hear an explanation? I doubt it. If we do, it'll surprise me. Like I said, we all know what reports have been in that area. We've heard them. And I'm not saying it's Dogman, Bigfoot, Crawler, or whatever you want to call them. I know what the government calls them thanks to DJ now and a little more information, which I will only share when DJ is here tomorrow. But these are tragedies that are occurring daily with no explanation. And we're supposed to trust our government. Yeah, right. Be very hyper vigilant when you're in the woods, guys. It's not worth being a statistic, a missing person statistic, or a found destroyed by wild animals. Be hyper vigilant, be safe, and I don't know. I don't know anymore. Thanks for listening. When will the tragedies and lies end? When will our government stop taking advantage of its citizens? We are the people that are supposedly putting these people in power. Yet, that's a lie. We all know that. The people we vote for are not the ones that are in charge. The ones that are in charge don't even live in this country, pretty much. They live in some, well, I don't even know what you'd want to call it. But they are the ones that rule this one planet. People talk about NWO and how it's gonna happen. Well, sadly, those people are fools. It's been happening. It's been happening for a very long time, right under our noses. NWO is already here, just in the shadows, quietly running the show, not to draw any attention. And they hold the secrets that we want answers to. God, I don't have any other words to say without getting this video taken down. So stay safe, guys. May the Great Spirit watch over us all. May He guide us down that path that we call life.